Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2023 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last half of May, and this reading is for the fire sign of Aries. Welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for watching this video. Any of the videos on my YouTube channel, your likes, shares, subscribes, referring and recommending, all of it, I'm very grateful for. Thank you. So Aries, this is for you. For the last half of May 2023, if your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign is in Aries, if you're cross-watching for an Aries, it's all relevant, although of course it's a general reading, so it'll resonate just a little differently for everyone. I mean, how could it not, right? The general meanings always represent the same, though. The details are what can vary in a general reading. So if you know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watch those videos as well for any additional insight and perspective. And if you find that something really does resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at it, the reading style resonates with you and you're interested in a personal reading or information about that for yourself or the gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link or the title of this video. I would love to hear from you. I can usually get back to you the same day with more information. I do offer quite a wide variety of choices for different readings in all areas of life, and scheduling is done in a pretty timely fashion too, so if you're interested, please reach out and email me. Okay, Aries, let's see what the last half of May 2023 looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. We begin with the Page of Cups. Could be a little flirtation or just a message of love, support, encouragement. Asking for something? Interesting. With that, we have the Nine of Wands, our Wounded Warrior card. This usually, tends to represent a cycle ending or a culmination coming full circle. So here in the Nine of Wands, there's a cycle that's very close to being completed. But you may not know it, or the other person may not know it. The Nine of Wands represents somebody who's been through already quite a lot, different battles, different challenges, and here's yet another one in front of them. They're just feeling kind of tired, worn out, discouraged. They're sitting down, they're like, oh, I don't know, one more thing to get through. Can I get through this? How do I get through this? Do I even want to get through this? But what they may not know is that a cycle is close to completing. This feels like somebody trying to help or convince someone of something. Next, we have the Ace of Wands. Aces are the number one, so of course they represent a new start, a new beginning, the potential, the seed. This is an exciting, enthusiastic new beginning. Excitement, desire, passion, a change. The Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism, usually comes after a difficult time period. Like after darkness, despair, illness, breakups, that sort of thing. The Star is a card of renewal. Next, we have the Six of Cups, a card typically associated with history. People, places, situations we have a connection, a history with. Now, it might be all the way back to childhood, parents, family, roots of origin, that childhood times. And it doesn't have to be that long. It represents something that you have some kind of history with. Can also be the secondary soulmate card. It can also represent, looking at something through the eyes of a child, like without the cares and concerns and burdens that adults have, looking at something through rose-colored glasses, being idealistic about something. The Magician, the manifester, somebody who's trying to manifest something, somebody who is, I don't know if I really like this combination. The Magician is somebody who's worked hard to get to a place where they have everything they need. They know how to manifest something. They know how to pull everything, all the elements together in order to make something manifest. But the Magician can represent a trickster too as well. And with the Six of Cups being kind of sort of a dreamy, it feels like, again, what I got from the very beginning is that it feels like somebody's trying to convince somebody else to ignore something or to be childish or irresponsible about something. That's what it feels like here. I don't know if it's you trying to convince somebody else of this or somebody else trying to convince somebody of this. Okay, you're going through all these difficult things. Let's just forget about it. Just come over here and do this thing and let's just forget about it. It feels like they're trying to paint a picture, but it's self-serving. It's for their best interest, not for your best interest, or vice versa. Like, oh, you're losing your job and you're having all these issues and stuff. Well, let's go over here and party and forget about it for a while. Well, no, that's really not the right thing to do, right? You got to deal with stuff, right? I don't know. I'm not sure I quite like this. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Three of Cups. Parties, social energies, friends, connecting with your tribe, having a good time. Not worrying about things, focusing only on fun and celebration with friends. I mean, I'm going to start clarifying. I mean, this can be twofold areas. It can be, it may be that you or someone close to you is going through a hard time and you or someone close to you is going, okay, let's just set this aside for a while and go over here and forget about it for just a little while and kind of, let's just decompress. It might be that for some of you on either side of the fence. But for others of you, I'm getting a bit of a cautionary feeling that somebody is that you may be going through a difficult time, or somebody close to you is somebody's going through a difficult time, and the other person sees that as an advantage for themselves to go, okay, come back over here with me, or let's go back and do this thing. It'll be better, it'll be different this time, it'll be whatever, but it's illusionary, and it's in their own best interest, not your best interest. Because I feel like somebody's trying to convince somebody to do something that really isn't good, and it may be getting them to go back into an old habit or an old pattern, a pattern of action, a pattern of belief, a relationship even, by trying to paint it in a new and better picture, but it really is the same old thing. That's kind of what I'm getting. Let's clarify the Three of Cups, this overall energy, party, social energy. Eight of Wands and the Chariot. It might be taking a trip to see friends, going on a trip, going on vacation, fast action, movement forward, leaving things behind. Clarify the Page of Cups. Nine of Wands. Had two cards fly out. The Nine of Wands again. The Page of Wands and Nine of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Wands again and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody saying, I don't know, it feels like somebody's saying, I'm going to take care of things, or there's an invitation here. Somebody's making an invitation, but they're trying to convince them to do something through an invitation. And it feels like for some of you that this person or you is using the person's difficulty, the hard times that they're going through right now, or the challenges that you're facing. They're using them to try and convince that person, oh, you need a break, or oh, aren't you tired, or oh, aren't you, come do this, One example might be in a relationship, a romantic relationship, where the relationship is, or even a close friendship, where the relationship is either you guys have broken up, but you're still in communication with each other, or you've been going through a rocky time and there's a sense that the relationship may not work out, that you're going through a difficult time, and that other person is using it like when you're at your weakest and most vulnerable to come in with this kind of love offer invitation, let's go do this thing, or let's go take a trip or something. But they're trying to comfort you or something, but it feels like an illusion. It's like in their own best interest, not yours. It's kind of like you're going through these issues or having these problems or challenges, and instead of coming in a very real way and going, I'm going to help you, I'm going to support you, I'm going to help you get through this, they're actually making it sound like that, but what they're really offering isn't anything. They just want you to kind of forget about it, be irresponsible, and go off and be with them because it's what they want. But they're trying to frame it in a way, and I feel like this may be a cyclical thing that you've been trying to break free from. Clarify the Ace of Wands and the Star. Interesting reading. I think this other person, whoever's doing the convincing, has a tendency or a habit or pattern of looking at things through what serves them best, not really about the other person. Judgment and the Two of Swords. Yeah, someone is trying to convince someone that there's going to be a new start, that there's going to be a renewal, that it's going to be great, that it's going to be different this time, that it's going to be better. And someone is stuck. They need to make a decision. I feel like it's a decision between going back to something that's being presented as better and new and different, but it really isn't. And the decision to go or to stay is really going to have a significant impact moving forward. Somebody's really trying hard to convince somebody that this is the right thing to do. Clarify Six of Cups and the Magician. Yeah, the Devil and the Fool. There's a strong travel energy here. You know, the Devil is, of course, a cycle of something that is unhealthy, that has grown unhealthy, but it's tempting. You know, come, you know, just come away with me and forget about everything for a while. No, but then when you go back, all this time has passed that you've wasted when you could have been working on a solution for something. Again, it's like somebody's trying to tempt you back into an old cycle by painting it in a different color or wrapping it in different paper and saying it'll be different, it'll be better, it'll be this, you need a break. But if they truly loved you or were supportive of you, what they really would do is, instead of trying to pull you out of it, they would come into that circumstance and say, what can I do? Let's do this together. Let me help you, instead of trying to. It's like they're trying to distract you from it in an irresponsible way by saying, oh, it'll be different this time. But it's actually in their best interest. Nothing that they're trying to convince you of is really in your own best interest. And it feels very irresponsible and part of a larger, a cycle it's cyclical. This is not the first time it's happened. It feels like you've been trying to break away from that, but it's coming back to tempt you again, and it is tempting, you know. Yeah, the Magician clarified by the Seven of Swords. This is hidden, secretive. I have my own motives in a not unhealthy way. Somebody wants to, they're trying to paint something that's not good for you, that you've been trying to break free from, in a different light so that you'll go back with them, or you'll go back into the thing. And it's tempting. I can see here that it's tempting. But it's not in your own best interest. That's what I'm getting. It's just a curious reading. All right, well, let's wrap it up with any advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. The Ten of Wands, feeling at your rope, being overwhelmed. And again, this represents a cycle that needs to come to an end, letting something go, because you can't continue to do this. This didn't start off as 10 heavy wands that this person can't even stand upright to carry because it's so heavy. Probably started off as, that's that Devil card energy. Probably started off as one wand became 2 wands, and before you know it, it's this heavy, heavy, heavy thing. So this cycle has to end, either through leaving it, because it doesn't look like the other person has any interest whatsoever in doing anything different or changing themselves at all, or doing something in a way that benefits you. It's more about them. Let me see any more advice, guidance, feedback. Why the Ten of Wands? The Ace of Cups, because there is emotional renewal waiting on the other side of it, perhaps even new love and romance. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, another person showing up here. The Two of Cups, another soulmate energy. The Sun and the Four of Wands. This is like home, family, marriage. The pressure's being uplifted and released from a beautiful, really meant for you kind of partnership here. But it's on the other side of the Ten of Wands. And this doesn't have to necessarily be love and romance. It can be a union of any kind. It could be a different business relationship, a different job. It's definitely a partnership that brings a sense of emotional renewal and value to you, whether it's romantic or business or like a really great friend, something like that. I feel like you can't see that from where you are right now. That's this Nine of Wands. I just feel so heavy and burdened, and somebody else is taking advantage of that vulnerable time to try to convince you to go back into something that isn't good for you. Again, regardless of what area of life it is. But Spirit is saying you need to let this go. You need to lay this burden down. It's not yours to carry anymore because there's something beautiful waiting for you on the other side of that. So I'm going to leave it there, Aries. Those are your messages for the last half of May. I hope they were useful and relevant for you. Again, if they are, and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or the reading style resonates with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information about that for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. And you can also get that contact info by clicking the title of this video, the description link. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the June general readings. Look, we're just about halfway through the year already. In a couple of weeks, so stay safe and well until then, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.